friends in Norway and people in Europe in general, we decided to make a presentation of this magical, wonderful miracle of technology, the UAZ Farmer, or UAZ Buhanka. What this particular model is called, the farmer in English. So we will just make a little guided tour. I will explain some of the amazing details of this car, and we can start with the exterior. If you look at this, our particular car, we gave the name Motya, or from the Russian word begemotic. It's hippopotamus. If you look at the front, the big ears, the round cozy eyes, it's easy to understand why it's called hippopotamus. So on to the technical details. This is the ventilator for the radiator. In summer we have it open. You can see the radiator inside. In winter you easily close it for winter mode. A little bit further down we have a strange little hole here. This hole is for the hand crank, for starting the engine when there is no battery. Have you ever seen such a genius thing? And this is a 2011 model, so it's I think it's the only 2011 model car which you can start with hand crank. Amazing. Let's continue around the car. It's made of very solid metal. They will not have any bumps or bruises, or what you call it, dents in English. Fuel tank with lockable cap, large fuel tank. I suspect this car will run on pretty much anything. Further on.
So just when you speak, not walk. When you walk, not speak.
Further on, we have the cargo bed. This can be covered with a tent, so it has room for everything what you want to transport. Large, sturdy, all-year wheels will basically go anywhere. Here is the important detail for switching from four-wheel to two-wheel drive. You just have to switch this lever and a lever inside, and you will be in four-wheel or two-wheel drive. So let's go inside and look at the comforts of the interior. As you can see, it has a lot, maybe doesn't look so technical like a modern car, but it has exactly everything what we need. Here we have the gear shift. It's a little bit wobbly and a little bit tricky to find the right gear, but it's working very well. This two strange levers is for the four-wheel drive, all the way to the back, four-wheel, all the way to the front, two-wheel. This one is for high and low range. So with low range and four-wheel drive, this car doesn't need any roads. It's the only car where I see in the manual there are special instructions for how to drive in water. Just when the water starts to touch your feet, you have to be a little bit careful and check that everything is full of oil and so on when you come out of the water. Here we have speedometer. This is battery, oil pressure, heat and benzene. Another interesting feature. Let's start up the engine and listen to the beautiful sounds it makes. Voila, it's a little bit cold outside, so today it was a little bit slower for starting. You can hear powerful, beautiful sound. If you look here, you can see that this is a newer model because we have here digital display. It's high technology. Windshield wipers are controlled by this handy little button here. As you can see, film them working. You can see it. Two different speeds. All you need in any weather. Then we can see here, we have a switch for turning on all electricity in car. This is homemade, custom made. It's like a little bit even better than standard, this car. Look, now we turn on. We have a beautiful green light here on the display, beautiful light here. And on the floor, we have a button for far or near lights. It's very intuitive and very nice. This one is for changing the height of the lights. It's just a wire which manually and analogically tips the lights up and down. Two more details. It's the fog backlights. It's important. And we also have here a ventilator. This beautiful machine. This is for the cabin, warm air in cabin, and this is for the windows. On this one there is missing one tube, but it's okay. Let's try it. And it will keep you warm in pretty much any weather. This is the handbrake. Not working on our car, but who needs a handbrake? Here we have some switch. I actually don't know what this switch does, but there we have an extra switch here. So, and another detail, very fascinating and very nice. Under this handy cover we have the container for brake hydraulic fuel. So if your brakes stop working, you don't have to go out of car. If you run, for example, if you're rolling down a hill and you lost all your brake fuel and can't brake, what you do, you just open this, refill it, close it, and you're ready for braking again. Pretty amazing. We have the windows. Our windows are a little bit special. In our case, we use this part of old seat belt to just pull them up or down. The handle broke off long time ago, not necessary. We eliminate all unwanted details and make the car as light as possible. As for the seat belts, they are connected with this solid metal wire. Maybe somebody would say it looks not so safe, but to me I say thumbs up. That's all we need. And now this big box, what can it be? Many people wonder, why are you sitting 1.5 meters from the passengers? Well, this is maybe the most beautiful thing about this car. Inside of here we find the engine, the heart of the car. As you can see the ground under you. This is a 16 valve, not the most powerful engine, but it has a huge momentum, so it can take you wherever you want to go without any roads. The radiator, the fan, the throttle. By the way, if there should be some trouble with the gas pedal, you can always drive while manually adjusting the throttle from inside the car. I did it several times already and it works perfectly. It's very nice to be able to sit inside. If there is some problem, you can sit inside in heat of the car. Instead of sitting outside of car, you standing with your head in the engine. Here you sit comfortably, peacefully in the warm cabin and can do whatever you need to do on the engine. And added bonus, on cold days this engine will be very hot and it will keep you comfy and warm inside. There. Then you close it again. As you can see, there are a little bit of tools, compass, stuff like this laying around. All of this was included in the car when we buy it. I suspect it is because you actually need a little bit of tools to keep the machines going. But the most important tool is hammer, little pieces of tape, and you can basically fix everything. If we look a little bit around the cabin here, you can see parts of the interior are actually nailed together with nails. It's first time I saw in a car. We see the screws with seemingly random placements here. You will find that in all Buhanka or UAZs. This these screws are in different places because it's handmade, and it depends on what kind of day the worker had. Probably maybe he was feeling a little bit tired, maybe he decided to use 5 screws, maybe he decided to use 4. It's not so important. Everything very solid. Lamp is missing, but it's nice to have it. Okay, let's go in the back and see what we can find there. So let me first mention that everything what you can find inside the car was included when we bought it. This is the protector for the fan for the radiator, but we like to live a little bit dangerously, so we just removed it, and it was a little bit dented. So let's go through what we have here in the back. Under here is the crankshaft for the engine if you need to start it. Here are windows with handy openings. These seats are easily removed to reveal storage space for large amounts of tools. We have here I don't actually, some grease gun. Greasing this car is tremendously important. We have here extra I'm not sure what this is, but this is for the wheels which is driven by the ventilator fan. We have here ropes for towing other cars. Hammer, very important in this car. Hydraulic jack from Soviet Union times, it looks like. All kinds of different tools, what you might need if you get stuck somewhere when going off-road, for example. We also have the most important part of this place, maybe the battery. The battery is placed in the most logical place, in front of the passenger's feet. It maybe seems strange, but once again, you can work on the battery if you need. Oh, you can also see the ground through some holes here. It's nice to be able to see the ground and see if you're moving. Here is part of the crankshaft. There's lots of details laying around here, but this is important in a working car. Here is even a little bit of spray against mosquitoes. Everything was included. Even rubber boots were included, and this were very much used by me this summer, so I am very happy for this. Another nice feature is that the door can be opened not just like this, but all the way like this. So perfect for loading in dogs, family, whatever you need. Here is the fire extinguisher, also very useful. Under the seats we have more tools. Another oil pistol, oil filters, all kinds of wrenches, spare parts. Basically all you need. This car is probably one of the most supreme example of engineering technology in history. I recommend it for everyone.